A bomb has dropped at Arsenal. And yes, I do need to be that dramatic because this will impact Arsenal this season. Look, I'm hearing some people say, this is a good thing. I'm telling you it's not. This doesn't help Arsenal's title hopes. And in fact, the only good thing to come from this news is the fact now that Arsenal 100% will buy a forward in this transfer window. We're going to speak about Havertz. We're going to speak about Trossard, amongst other things. Before we do, though, you know the drill. My name is Jed, and if you could help me out very quickly, please just hit like and subscribe on this video. So we are hearing the news that Kai Havertz is out with a knee injury. What does this mean for Arsenal? I'll tell you what it means. Arsenal are going to have to sign a forward, and luckily, Ornstein has come out and said Arsenal will sign a player. So before I get into the video, I want to hear from you guys genuinely. What type of forward do you go to? We've obviously been linked with Eze, Rodrigo in the past, but now this affects things because it kind of impacts one of our strikers. Whether people like Havertz or not, or think he's good enough, one of the positions he does occupy is a striker. Arsenal probably needed cover on left wing. What do Arsenal now do in this transfer window? Do we have to buy a striker and a left winger, or do you think Arsenal are going to sign one player? Who is it? Let me know in the comment section. So first of all, I want to read what Ornstein said, and he said, Arsenal forward Kai Havertz set for a spell out with a knee injury. There's assessments on the 26-year-old Germany international. It's at an early stage, so prognosis and duration unclear, but Arsenal actively exploring transfer market for signings to strengthen attack and provide cover. This is massive. Like I was saying, Arsenal was already not short, but I think we definitely could have done with another forward. That left wing area is a position that we've spoke about so many times and identified as a potential weak spot this season, maybe where Arsenal can improve. We've had news of Leandro Trossard coming out and taking a pay rise. His contract terms hasn't changed in terms of length, but we heard it come out that Arsenal have just upped his money. Now, did I think this was a strange move? Yes. That doesn't mean I don't think Trossard is a good player. Maybe I think we can upgrade on Trossard, but if we're looking at the value for money, I've spoken about Trossard on this channel. I've said it's brilliant. For the money we played, Trossard is fantastic. But I'm not going to lie and say I don't think we can upgrade that left wing position. Martinelli frustrates people at times. I think he's a good player, but I can see where maybe Arsenal can improve that left side. I thought we was going to sell Trossard this window and improve with the likes of a Rodrigo we've spoke about on this channel. Maybe we could dream of a Rafael Leao, but no. The contract term has not changed, but we've upped Trossard's money, and I was trying to figure it out, and I couldn't rationalise it. Doesn't mean the decision was wrong, by the way. I just couldn't rationalise it. Now, after this Havertz news has dropped, I kind of understand it. You can't have Jesus out, Havertz out, and then sell Trossard and only bring in one player. It doesn't make sense. So it looks like they're going to keep Trossard. Let's not forget Trossard is a player who can play centre forward, who can play centre attack and midfield, left wing, right wing. Trossard is a handy player to be used in a multiple different positions. Now, he's not necessarily the first guy that I would look at and say, if I'm playing in a Premier League title deciding match, I would want him starting, or a Champions League semi-final or final. Trossard doesn't seem to me to be that level of player. Now, that's no disrespect to Trossard, because again, I like the player, but I think we can improve. But I think Trossard has to be kept at the club now because we've got too many injuries. So what kind of player do Arsenal go for? We're going to have to go for a very, very good player. If that means going for a player who can play left wing and striker, do Arsenal do that? I still think we need to sign two players, but I can't see Arsenal signing two players of the caliber that most of us would like. Now, if we had the choice, of course, I would go and sign Rodrigo and then I'd sign another world-class striker. But PSR doesn't allow that. The restrictions on Arsenal don't allow that. And I know there's been reports saying that Arsenal have headroom in PSR, but on the UEFA restrictions, Arsenal are tight to the line apparently. So we have to be careful in who we buy. Again, fans don't like hearing that. They will say, well, how's Chelsea been able to do it? How does Liverpool able to do it? It's because they're able to sell players. And Arsenal, unfortunately, have a load of players on their books that we need to get rid of. This season, or this transfer window, Arsenal haven't excelled in selling players. I don't think that's a slight on the club. I'm just saying our priority was to bring in new players. I thought we've brought in some amazing players. But now we're probably at a stage where Berta needs to really start selling some players, and now we need to buy some more players as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks for Arsenal. That's why it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Who are they going to be able to sell? There's rumours of Arsenal wanting to sell Kivior, Zinchenko, Reece Nelson, other players as well. Arsenal need to do that and then still bring in 2 great players. It's going to be tight. Luckily, we have Gyökeres to play that centre-forward role, and this means now he is guaranteed minutes. I want to see Gyökeres get given a run of games in this team because I think he can be brilliant. And I guess the worry is with a player like Havertz who divides opinion behind, he's always an option. If Gyökeres doesn't score within 50 minutes, Arteta will always be thinking in the back of his mind, he's got 10 minutes and then I'm bringing Havertz on. Because Arteta loves Havertz. Different type of striker, offers different type of things. But whether I like it or you guys like it, Arteta loves Havertz, so he will always use him as an option. This Havertz injury for Gyökeres could be a blessing because Gyökeres doesn't have that pressure now. And maybe he doesn't thrive under pressure. He seems like the type of person who does. But maybe with him knowing now, no matter how I play, I'm not going to be dragged off because it's just me. I think that will benefit Gyökeres. We've got a good game coming up against Leeds that I think allows Gyökeres the chance to get off the mark, to score his first Arsenal goal. And then going into that Liverpool game, if he scored a goal, I think there's slightly less pressure. And I just think that allows him to play more freely. I liked some of the things I saw from Gyökeres. But yeah, maybe there does still need to be some improvements. And I think we will see it. I'm seeing so much hate surrounding this Gyökeres performance and this Man United performance. This making me laugh, if I'm being honest. I read a message, or multiple people, in fact, Arsenal creators coming out and saying we haven't improved from last season. That United result proves we haven't improved on last season. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? What do you mean we haven't improved on last season? What was the score at Old Trafford last season? 1-1. So we took a point. Yeah. So we've just took 3 points as opposed to 1 point and we've still not improved. What are you talking about? Of course we've improved on last season. We took the 3 points. Now the performance can be discussed. Then there's certain parts of the game that we can talk about. And we did in the breakdown video after the game. But let's not pretend or try and dress this up to be something it's not. Arsenal got a better result this season at Old Trafford than they did last season. So of course there's been improvement. Of course these players need to kind of have more time to gel. But we saw in that game, Arsenal are trying to be more attacking. Something so many of us have been wishing for a long time. The fact that they're trying that and they don't get it right straight away doesn't mean we should all start slating these players and say, look, they're trying something new. They're trying exactly what we wanted, but it's not working straight away. So why don't you just start dissing these players? No, of course I won't. I'm going to back these players. I'm going to back players like Trossard, who, although I don't fully understand the deal, that doesn't mean I'm not going to like Trossard or support Trossard or have a go at Berta or Arteta and say, why have you done this deal? Because I kind of understand why they've done this deal. Havertz is injured. They want to keep the player happy. They understand he's going to play a big role this season, so they've upped his money a little bit. People that don't understand that or want to try and put a negative spin, I don't understand what you're talking about. Of course we're going to want to keep a player happy who will be pivotal in our title chances, in our Champions League winning team. We hope this team goes on to win the Champions League. And if you've got unhappy players in the camp who are looking around and saying, these guys paid 60, 70, 80, £100,000 more a week than me. Why? I'm part of this first team. My wages should be more in line with these guys. That's all that has happened here. People causing fake uproar. I don't understand it. Let me know your thoughts on everything you've heard in this video. Are you happy with Arsenal upping Trossard's money? What type of player now do Arsenal go for? Do you think we have to go out and get a centre forward and a left winger and a central attacking midfielder? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me a quick favour, just hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.